Good morning. My name is Christina Dillabo. I'm the Director of Communications for the Desert Southwest Conference. And today is Tuesday, December 6th. It's 10:01 a.m. and this is Tuesday Talks. It's a weekly gathering with church communicators to talk about stuff that's coming up, ask questions, share information about local events, maybe conference things and resources. Today's kind of a low-key day. There's always ministry happening. There's always exciting things happening, but it is December. So everyone's preparing for Christmas and busy with all sorts of holiday preparations, whether it's for the church or vacations, I suppose. I'm going to make this quick. I am going to be sending the follow-up notes from last week. This week, we had a whole conversation about equipment for live streaming, and I was going to include details about what we're using at the conference office, but I was working from home, so I didn't have the exact camera and all that business. But now I've got photos and I've got the camera types. I'm also going to send information about what I shared or what was given out during annual conference this last summer, different items that could be helpful for a church that's looking at doing communications online, whether it's a small group thing, a podcast, or a sermon worshipy type situation. Here's some affordable equipment that you can use that do really, really well. And one of those items was this camera that will track your movement. So I'm on Zoom, I'm just using my laptop camera. So it's just this set video, but there's a camera that I'll share with you, the product link to it. If you scroll down and click on the videos, you'll see a demonstration where they do different hand movements to make the camera like zoom in or stop, or I think like this was to track so that if I move this way, the camera would follow me. And then if there was this other, I don't know, you'll see the videos. I highly recommend that you check them out because it's really cool for those of you that are doing worship in this type of scenario, or even if it's in a large sanctuary type situation. If you put this small camera on a tripod right in the center or off by the pulpit maybe, then it can either capture just by hand gestures. You wouldn't need to have a volunteer that's moving the camera around. Your hand gesture would make the camera follow you or zoom in or pan out. So it's pretty cool. I don't know that it's 100% solution to not having a volunteer to manage the cameras, but it is an option that I think it's worthwhile, and it's super affordable. I think it was somewhere around $200 for that camera. And let's see, so that's that. So part of my notes for today's discussion is I wanted to let you know that I do have some video messages that are going to be released very soon, recorded by Rachel Gilmore, our Director of New and Vital Faith, a video message recorded by Javier Olivares, our West District Superintendent. Both of them are intended to be local church resources. Rachel's videos, Rachel's videos, we'll use it at the conference, but you can also use it at the local church to tell others about, here's this event that's coming up, listen to what Rachel has to say about it. I really think you should attend. It's stuff about the event in February and March, reaching new people in new ways. What is that? What do I get out of it? You might hear things about different pathways that she's going to be launching for legacy, recapturing, exploring, and expanding. Watch the videos, you'll see what I'm talking about. There was the hospitality webinar that just happened early this month that they had a pretty good showing. I think it was about 70 people attended, and there's been emails, people asking like, I didn't get to make it. Do you have the recording? So she's got a video message about that, both about how to access the recording and do we do this event again. The internships, the BIPOC internships, she's got details about that. She's even got youth ministry tips. So I've got lots of videos that are going to be available for you guys. I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to publish them at different times, schedule them out, but I'm also going to go ahead and publish them in a Google Drive so that your church can watch them in advance and send them, or, however you want to share them, to let your leadership know about it, or an individual at your church that is thinking about maybe participating in a district conference. Like, I don't know, I'm not in a leadership position. Should I go? This video, one of the video messages from Rachel, helps talk a little bit about what's going to happen at the leadership conference. Not everything, but her part of it. And so that also might be a reason why somebody would decide to go. So I'll make them all available to you so that you can decide when you need them, when you want to use them, and where you'll use them. But I'm also going to schedule them out in conference communications starting this week. So you'll see some tomorrow. What else? And then the video from Javier is a little recap about what happened recently with the Hispanic Latino leadership in the Desert Southwest Conference. They had a retreat, a guest speaker, and so he's talking about that. It's a Spanish video, so I will have captions in that, but really it's intended for the Hispanic Latino leaders to hear more about, okay, so here's a wrap up and here's what's coming up. And that will be released soon as well. All right, so let's see, what else did I have? Is your church? So I'd love to hear what your church is doing over the holidays, for Christmas, for New Year's, any of that, especially if you have something new that you've never tried before, or if you have something like, we do this every year, it's such a great turnout, or we do this every year and it's so easy. It's a shoestring ministry, but man, is it effective, impactful, appreciated in our community, or boost staff morale, whatever. Tell me about that stuff, because although I don't lead a church, I can share that story so that other churches can do some of the same types of things that you're doing, and their community can benefit as well. So be sure to send me emails about that. And I think that's it. Yes, the last part was the follow-up notes. So stay tuned. I'll send you the follow-up notes. And let me see. I'll include in my follow-up notes if there's going to be a Tuesday Talks next week. Yes, there is. So maybe I'll see you next week. Thanks for this time. And look at that. The quickest Tuesday Talk ever, less than 10 minutes.